There's also a minor counterpart to the 1-4-5 major chord progression we've covered in the previous video. So if we have the chord of A minor, its fourth and fifth chords will be D minor and E minor respectively. The main difference between a major chord and a minor chord is in the third voice of the chord. So if we have, for example, A major, its notes are A, C sharp, and E. Its minor counterpart will have the C sharp flat, so the notes will be A, C natural, and E. So here's the chord of A major. This is the C sharp. Make it flat, and we have A minor. The same goes for D major. This is the third voice, F sharp. Make it flat, it becomes F natural. And we have D minor. This is E major. Make the G sharp natural, and you have E minor. To write minor chords on paper, we use the capital letter of the chord followed by min, M-I-N, which is an abbreviation for minor. Minor chords have a sadder color or quality to them, or we could say they are slightly more dissonant than major chords. Let's now play a classic 1-4-5 minor chord progression. Oh, and remember that if you need to stop the strings from ringing, you can either use the palm of your right hand or the thumb of your left. The rectangle above measure 3 means that on the second repetition you have to skip measures 3 and 4. Now let's start mixing major and minor chords. Now granted, there are many more chords like minor and major sixth, suspended fourth, dominant seventh, minor seventh, diminished, and so on. But you can practically play any rock song using only major and minor chords. The next progression has been used in a gazillion of songs like Mad World by Tears for Fears or half of the discography of The Offspring. Let's move on to arpeggios. The basic rule is if you're playing towards the floor, use downstrokes. If you're playing towards the ceiling, then use upstrokes. Let's start with a simple two-chord progression from C major to A minor. Let's ring all of the notes. Let's now tackle an arpeggiated chord progression that makes use of all of the 6 strings of the guitar. You can use this exercise as a drill to improve on your arpeggios in general, as it's a bit it's a little bit tricky. So start without a metronome when you're comfortable with the arpeggio in general. Add the metronome at a very slow tempo, then speed it up a little. And now, to conclude this video, slash chords. All the chords we've been playing until now have had the lowest note as the root. For example, we have A minor here. A is the lowest note, which is also the root. If we have instead E major, E is the lowest note, which is also the root. In musical notation aimed at beginners, when another note is added as a root, a slash is added to the name of the chord, and then the note that is being added is added to the name. For example, we have A minor here. If we add a C to it, the chord becomes A minor slash C. This will be technically a major sixth chord, a C major sixth chord. We call it A minor slash C just for convenience, really. By the same token, if we add a G to the A minor chord, we will have an A minor slash G chord, which would technically be a G sixth add ninth no third, or an A minor slash G, which is fine. Okay, let's move on to an exercise, to the last exercise of this video using slash chords. I play the E minor on the 4th string in order to play that descending chromatic progression. Come up with your own progressions, experiment, and mix major and minor chords. Mix the major and minor chords you've learned until now. Before introducing the movable versions of the major and minor chords, which will allow you to play all of the 12 major and minor chords, we will introduce in the next video power chords, which on one hand are an essential part of blues and rock music. On the other hand, it's a good way to introduce the barré chord without too much pain. This way you'll be able to play your favorite rock songs and learn to play the barré chord. See you in the next video.